Good morning, friends. It is Emily here, and I went to NerdCon over the weekend. For those of you who don't know what NerdCon is, that's not really a surprise, considering this is the first time NerdCon has ever happened. So, Hank Green, several months ago, said he wanted to do a new con, and it was going to be focused on storytelling, and it was going to be really small, and it was going to be in Minneapolis. And so basically, we were just kind of like, okay, we'll go do the thing. None of us really knew what was going to be happening over the weekend. Even Hank Green admitted that he didn't know what was going to be happening. The first opening talk Hank Green had, he even said, I don't really know what this is, but you all decided to do the thing with me, so let's all learn together what this thing is going to be. And so it was kind of cool to be there for the inaugural NerdCon and to see what's going to happen with it and the initial ideas, and just, it was a really cool experience to be there for the first one. I saw a friend of mine from college, Ginny, and she stayed with us in the hotel room. Then I also stayed with Mari from My Name is Martinez, and Catherine, and Nicole, and Angie, and Lindsay and Marissa, and so many people, and it was wonderful. I will leave all the links down below in the doobly-doo for you so that you can go visit their channels and Twitter and all of that. And it was just a really great weekend. I loved being able to hang out with them. But I realized I didn't get any pictures or video with Lindsay and Marissa. And I'm so sorry, Lindsay and Marissa. I'm a terrible human being. So basically, we went to panels, we went to signings, we had fun going to dinner, wandering around the streets of Minneapolis and the Skyway. So I did get to meet one author. I met the wonderful Stephanie Perkins, and she signed my copy of My True Love Gave to Me. It's right there. We had a delightful conversation, and she was very excited that I brought this book with me, and I was able to talk to her about how much I loved the book. And she said she liked my outfit, and I told her I liked her outfits, and it was really exciting because it just shows that girls can have intelligent conversations but also look pretty. And basically, I've just been telling everybody who will listen, I met Stephanie Perkins, and she was wonderful, and it was great. I really wanted to make Rainbow Rowell, but just the way that the signings worked and the panels worked, I didn't get a chance to. But the fabulous Catherine took my copy of Fangirl and got it signed for me because she was right there first in line, one of the first in line for Rainbow Rowell. So I'm really excited that I at least got it signed, even though I wasn't able to meet her. But I can't stop looking at my signed books and being like, oh my goodness, they're signed. Oh, I'm so excited that they're signed. I'm sorry, I'm kind of like petting the book. That's creepy, isn't it? But then what was really surprising was that there were other authors either that I wasn't familiar with, or I knew some of their work, but I wasn't like, ooh, I'm a huge fan, that ended up being some of my favorite panelists and guests. For example, Holly Black was there, and I was excited to see Holly Black, but she wasn't on the top of my list. But then I sat in on some of her panels, and I heard her on the main stage, and she is phenomenal. Like, as a human being, I was like, you are fantastic. And so now I want to go back and reread The Coldest Girl in Cold Town, and I want to read some of her other books. Now that I kind of know her a little bit more in context, I think it would be really cool to read her stuff. And then there was the author, Paolo. I still don't know how to say his last name. I was going to read his book, The Wind-Up Girl, a few months ago, but I ended up putting it down. I think it was mainly because I didn't really know what the book was about, and so therefore I wasn't really in the mood for it. But then I sat in on 2 of his sessions right in a row, back to back, and he was awesome. All of us in our group, when we were listening to him, we were like, yes. The words coming out of your mouth, yes. Yes, I like those words. Great words. He was awesome. And so I picked up his book, Shipbreaker, and I actually read what it was about, and it looks really, really good. And I cannot wait to read more of his books because he was so awesome. You could definitely tell at times that it was the first NerdCon ever because there's different things of like preparation that needed to be done and just the whole sense of this is the first time we're doing the thing, and we're gonna see what happens. And so there were a few things that kind of fell short, and you're just kind of like, I think they could have done better. But I think that NerdCon has so much potential to it to try and help storytellers and get conversation going about stories. I think it would also help if maybe got a little bit more specific, so you can kind of figure out a little bit more of like why everyone was there. You can kind of get to know people better and maybe get some more workshop-y type things going to make it more focused on the creators versus being like fans. And I think that would probably be the biggest and that would be helpful. But I would definitely go again to see where it goes and how it grows and see more authors and such. It definitely did get conversation going amongst our friends, which I think was probably one of the best things about it, because at least it spurred conversation among us. And I definitely have a couple video topics that I'll be wanting to talk about in the future. So I did see Hank Green the day before it started. I was wandering around the convention center trying to get my bearings, but he was talking to people and kind of seemed busy, so I didn't want to interrupt him and, like, you know, I didn't want to bother him. But then I saw John Green, but I didn't realize I saw John Green. It was on Friday, and my friend Jenny and I, we were going to the bathroom, and some guy was talking, and I kind of almost ran into him, but, you know, dodged out of the way, and I was kind of like, he kind of looks like John Green, but I don't think that was him. But then later, Jenny was like, yeah, Emily, that was him. I just saw him in a panel. That was definitely him. And I was like, dang it. So, yeah. But that's okay, because I met Stephanie Perkins. So, I'm just going to stop rambling now, and I'm just going to show you a couple of my favorite pictures and a couple clips from NerdCon. But yeah, I will see you later. Bye.
I didn't have to go through this great leap of cultural translation in order to understand something that was foreign to me. It was in my language, it was speaking to me, and it saw me, and it said hello.
This is what happens when you don't plan out a video. I was gonna plan it out, but then I was just kind of like, I'll just wing it, and clearly that's